In this video, we will discuss working with the dataset for this course. Because many companies have different practices and different locations for their data, we need to discuss how you, the student, can get the dataset to work while working with the videos. The dataset can be stored anywhere on your local hard drive as long as you maintain the folder structure within the Learning AutoCAD 3D Infinite Skills folder. Let me show you. You will download the dataset folder and you'll get a working files folder. You will save this folder to your desktop and go ahead and open it up. Within this folder, you will see a subfolder called Learning AutoCAD 3D Infinite Skills. Within this folder, all of the dataset files must reside. So what you want to do is copy the entire contents of this folder right to your actual C drive and put the dataset folder there. I am using the standard out-of-the-box AutoCAD profile. If I right-click in space and go to Options, you'll see that I'm using the unnamed profile right here. One of the things that I would like to also show you is a little tip that you can use when opening files. So let's open a file. To make it easy to navigate to the folder where the dataset is located, you can simply add it to the My Places location in the Select File box. This is actually a very cool tip in daily use. What it allows you to do is create shortcuts that make it very easy to navigate to different project locations or resource locations for your AutoCAD projects. To add a shortcut to your folder or to this dataset, first navigate to the C drive, navigate to your Learning AutoCAD 3D Infinite Skills folder. We simply right-click and add the current folder. This way, whenever you go to open a file or open some sort of resource that may be used by the dataset, you can simply click on that shortcut to easily navigate to the dataset location. I'd also like to go over a tip for the command line. By default, the command line is stored in the bottom and set to a color of white or gray, depending on the version of AutoCAD you're using. Notice how I set mine to the top and set it to yellow. So I'd like to actually talk about why I set this way. In fact, I normally use AutoCAD with my command line window right above the ribbon. So why do I do this? Almost every user puts it on the bottom. Well, I've been training for many years, and one of the things I noticed was that people would literally tip their heads down or move their bodies down physically to actually see the command line window. Of course, once you got used to this, you kind of just dealt with it. But still, every time they would have to look to the command line window, which of course is almost with every command because you have to see the command line options, they would be tipping their bodies or looking down below. The command line, when it's above the ribbon, is at the height of your eye. You're already looking here for the commands. You keep your head at the same exact location, simply move your eyes at the correct location of where the command line is. It makes it very easy to notice the command line options available. Now, why do I make it yellow? Well, out of the box, it's gray, it's white. With the newer versions of AutoCAD, they've made it a little bit different color than the standard interface of white and gray. However, to me, that was still not outstanding enough to make my eyes look to the command line window when I needed to see the command line options. So that's why I make it yellow. It says, here I am, here are your command line options. So how do you change the command line options? When in doubt regarding the interface, right-click. I can go to the options, and then in the Display tab, Window Elements category, click on the Colors button, and the purpose of these settings is to give you the ability to change any interface elements depending on the context that you select. So if you wanted to change your 2D model space to, let's say, have a background of blue, you could just select the Interface Element Uniform Background and change it to blue. The command line has its own context, and you can simply select that and change any of the different settings that you see here. Notice here I just changed mine to yellow, change it to whichever color you like. You don't have to do it this way. I have just noticed this does seem to actually work best in daily use. Once you are set, simply click Apply and Close, and click OK, and now your command line window will be yellow.